Hello, 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 and welcome back to the continuing adventures of Dragon Baal as he treks through the dungeon. Well, last we left off, a bunch of stuff had happened, and I had memorized, probably a bad idea, but I had memorized Glaciate. I have Orb of Destruction on spam cast status at this point, and I'm using it quite efficiently. A quick peek at my armor. Singularly not that interesting armor, honestly. Skills, Mastering Glaciate seems appropriate, fighting for HP, and I'm a Draconian, so no armor training necessary. I should probably improve dodge, and I've boosted shields enough to get it valuable. I'm a Sith Muna worshipper with no invocation status, so let's actually throw some points at invocations real quick. At 21, Conjurations doesn't really need to go higher. Also, we just cleared Vaults 2, so let's head towards Vaults 3, I guess. What's a better way to kill this thing? I hope I'm resistant to poison. I assume I am. I am. Good. Okay, cool. Next floor. Oh, I've poked around on this floor some already, apparently. Which is either a good sign or not a good sign. That does seem to cover all the options, doesn't it? Apparently I am rocking Fireball and Delayed Fireball. As you can see, I haven't played this character for... Ooh, whoa, I got teleported. Hostile teleport sucks. If I poison here, I kind of want the doors to be a little bit closer. There we go. Now poison. Actually, let's attempt to glaciate. It won't work, but it could be pretty cool if it did. Fire, 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 stab, 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 stab. Channel mana, fire. Channel mana, fire. Eventually you die. Do I have Animate Dead? I do. Awesome. And between that and Gourmand status, I can actually do this. Keep the doorway poisoned, please, until I'm done having my way with these corpses. That is not sexual, I promise. Alright, there we go. Now I've got myself a little beachhead to work off of. Let's just poison cloud and back away. Where there's one Yaktor, there's usually more. And there's centaurs, so same logic. Is there a way to light this guy on fire? No, I don't have fire hands on this build. Oh crap, I activated swiftness by mistake. Well, no matter. Odds are good that by the time I hit the slow phase, I'll be... There we go. On the move. I'm not worried about a Convoker. Let's just blow him to pieces. Truthfully, there's only a few enemies that give me pause. And that yellow warden is definitely one of them. Losing the ability to use stairs and doors is probably the biggest damaging attack or status stability the game has to offer, considering how OP they are. Stairs and doors, I mean. Ooh, it's Izul. You know what'd be great is if I could freeze him. Oh crap, I fell asleep. Okay, that's fine. It'd be greatest if I could freeze him to death with Glaciate. You know what'd be great is if I could freeze him to death with Glaciate. You know what'd be great is if I could freeze him to death with Glaciate. Okay, 4 attempts, 4 failures. Let's just eat my way back to full. Glaciate. Wow. Glaciate does a massive quantity of damage. Oh, that's an enemy skeleton. I thought it was an allied skeleton. Oh yeah, I ended on seeing the bookshop, the Necronomicon, and being like, interesting. Harpies should just get fireballed. I'm pretty sure they can't be poisoned, so fireball is good enough. And as with anything I kill, I immediately go for the food, drop a poison, and just run back a bit so that they're crippled when they approach me. And now we'll get into the stabbing games. Cool. Cool. Alright, that's it. That Izul skeleton is actually doing a lot of work for me, which is cool. Even a few points in invocation is giantly helping my, I am in fear and confused. Okay, I'm no longer those things. The brain is now on the fritz, the brain is down. This, damn it, that's a very good positioning for him. Okay, just want to make sure I could get out and back behind my allies. This is progressively becoming a worse position for me. Guys, sick the warden. He's the one who's more likely to get me. Well-positioned gas cloud should really help. Deflect missiles is working overtime for all these Yakshwars, of course. I wonder if that stacks with my actual shield or not. So far, so good. Res the Frost Giant, channel a bunch of mana, and let's see what this book is. I doubt very much +1 intelligence will make up for wizardry anytime soon, so I'm willing to drop that. You know, Okuzobu's armor probably is going to be an amazing spell since it procs off of my... Okuzobu's armor probably is going to proc off of my giant cold training. And I don't need magic dart, so let's nix magic dart and memorize Okuzobu's armor in that slot. Capital X, I guess? Yeah. No, I'm using capital X. Capital Z. See what that does for me. AC of 36. And now it's 26. Plus 10 AC seems very worth 1 to 3 MP intermittently casted. Especially when dealing with a dragon who otherwise has no source of AC. One of the side perks of playing an ice build instead of a fire build, I suppose. Now, of course, I'm pretty sure this melts completely in the presence of fire, like right away. So this is not like I would rather have a solid AC than have this, but you never know. Could be what I need. Glaciate is down to 63% miscast, so maybe if you attempt it a few times, nope, no luck. That's an Orcish priest with demon summons. I'm just gonna back off. That summoner will die eventually to poison. Meantime, I will get back in. Oh, Orc Mage. Other orcs in tow. Or Ogre Mage, I should say. Boom. Die, you mothers. Mana channel back up. I'll make cut invocations soon. Ultimately, I don't need a Sif Muna channel to be very good, just better than 0 is probably all I was going for, honestly. That's an Orcish Warlord, so let's poison him, and then back away. The goal is going to be to make him heavily poisoned by the time I decide to actually fight him. I'm willing to walk into the arms of the Sphinx, because odds are good it'll be dead quickly. Intelligence, of course, is a must, and before I forget, 37 AC because of scale toughness. Excellent. Okay, we now have a horde of orcs on the way in here, several of whom have been poisoned, and I'm sure several of whom managed to avoid most of it. We're going to get into glaciate range if possible. 2 fails. 3 fails. Okay, 3 fails is enough for me to give up. I have the bonus to AC. I'm going to cross the river and gas everything that tries to follow me. There we go. Much better. Wow, that warg really blew a lot of chunks. Alright, looks like our systematic approach is working. I need to turn back on deflect missiles, but otherwise, all's well. Invocations is up past 4, so that's good. When my max mana hits 40, I'll probably drop spellcasting again. I just don't like this not an even number thing. Man, I have so much food on hand. I have enough to actually feed an army. And my army is undead, so they don't even require feeding. You know, next time I get into a melee fight, I need to remember to cast AC buff first. Okay, floor clear, next floor. Gas. Back off. Frost not needed. Slowed and poisoned. Okay, that was dumb. Gas the thing. And then go upstairs. This is just a case of wanting to double and triple dip. Never a bad idea, often a good idea, so, you know. Heavily poison this whole group, and then back off. My skeletons will more than happily deal with most of them, I'm sure. Ooh, confusion. Vault Sentinel can often mark us, so let's see if we get marked. If so, it's going to be very important that we can get out of here quickly. We're in good position to do so. I don't mind getting marked initially, because if I do, that'll just summon more enemies here quickly, and I can drain the whole area. Okay, now I care. That Vault Warden can seal us in, and he did. What's the most efficient way to kill him? Let's... I didn't mean to swiftness, I meant to AC buff. I'm AC buffed. Everything else is poisoned. My deflect missiles is on. I'm just going to focus on the warden, kill him, and then get out of here. Warden is dead. I'm out of here. Hey, and nobody followed me. That's great. My AC buff persists. Sentinel's mark is dissolved, and I don't need to go back in the same place I was, so let's go somewhere else. There's a Sentinel. He's down. Last of the triple dip. Whoa! I just got sent to the abyss. That's awful, but understandable. I've been lucky enough this whole game to not end up here, so naturally I was due. I think I can probably handle the majority of what I'm going to face here. I guess the better question is, do I want to aim for the rune? I think not. Not at this condition. Let's... For the time being, let's random walk and see what fortune gives me. And of course, let's start off by going to full food. You don't ever play around at half food in the abyss. Kind of don't want to deal with the Uftebuses, so we're just going to go this way. Problem is, I have Inglatiate on, but it's not at a very good level. That will eventually kill the Kobold Demonologist. It's good enough for me. I don't know what that is. A Manticore and a World Binder? Siren. I can't move away from the Siren, definitely. I can gas the area, but that's just a summoned Siren. I don't even know what summoned it. Oh, the World Binder. It probably bound it to this world. That's irritating. I won't mind resetting at this point. Teleport out would be a good move. Teleport takes a long time to activate and occasionally fails, I believe, so... Or that's blinking that occasionally fails. There we go. Actually, I think it's both. What is this? A spatial vortex. I think it has an on-attack blink. It's resistant to fireball. And the longer I stand my ground, the worse. So let's just get out of here. Spatial vortex is down, but not before it did tons of damage. Do I have regeneration? Anywhere? Regeneration would be very nice. I do not. Okay. I need to remember my buffs. In this case, that includes ice armor. What did I just do? Okay, I turned on ice armor. That was the goal. So I'm glad I did that correctly. I'm constricted by a star tentacle thing, and I'm being attacked by a Balrog. This is actually the wrong time for me to be dealing with this. I'm half asleep. And therefore not paying nearly enough attention. I'm seriously considering going deeper into the abyss, as if that's somehow going to make it better. That should tell you how badly I'm playing. I'm probably going to cut my play for now for here, rather than do something very stupid. Oh no, play it out. I'd rather die than leave this unfinished. One round of heal wounds, just to make sure that I come up to spec. And then we're going to go away again. The abyss is a really hard place to survive now. It used to be much more survivable. Go for the money. I don't really know how I can deal with half the enemies I'm dealing with here. Okay. Top off my mana. There's no reason for me to be running around at anything less than max mana. I'm in the freaking abyss. There's a Zyme. Glaciate went off, thank God. Okay. I'm too sick to regenerate. I should probably cure out of sickness, because that regeneration is going to be pretty clutch. Alternatively, do I have a ring of regenerate or an amulet of regenerate or something? No, that would have been really nice. Wretched Star, what do they do? I don't even know what Wretched Stars do. Mutagenic radiation, corrupting pulse. I think they're the ones that induce temporary mutations, and I don't want to mess with that, so let's go the long way around him. Is that a enemy or just a wisp? Just a wisp, okay. Scroll of Torment actually would be worth carrying if I could. I can't, so that's fine. Can I seriously not take on a Hixer free in combat? I'm gonna stop and regenerate. I recognize that's risky, but nope. It was very risky. I'm now being attacked by 2 enemies, only one of which I know how to deal with. Do I have a Wand of Telly? I do. Now's the time to initiate that. And we'll even recharge the Wand of Telly so it's good for later. Okay. That's a very trap-looking pile of gold, but I'll take the bait. Max range, Orb of Destruction, and I can take that thing out. Okay, good. I think that's my other big problem. My means of survival right now is Fireball and, is an Orb of Destruction, and that's fairly useless in the narrow corridors that form the majority of the Abyss. Okay, new area. I'm just gonna liberally go through my food stores in an effort to maintain Potion of Curing, a Pittance of Gold, Reaper, Smoke Demon. This is going to become very bad very quickly. I want a different engagement, please. Thank you. You know, if ever there was a time to burn through your consumables, this is it. That stack of 30-something ID scrolls will look mighty bad if I die with them on my hands. I'm not going any deeper, I just want out. We need to ice armor up, and then we'll take things out. We can't win this fight, we're just gonna get out of here. We're just getting out of here. Okay. Glaciate, glaciate, glaciate. Thank God, one of them went off. The fire dragon skeleton is probably good enough to win here. We're just gonna use our last heal wounds and keep running. I'm very low on mana, so I will channel 3 times while running. I don't know what's hurting me, but I just don't, and I don't want to find out. We're just gonna run for it. We're just gonna run for it. Okay, Starcursed masses can be killed by a single fireball. This is a useful trick to know. My ice armor has totally evaporated. We're gonna put it back on. I think I can take these guys if I can find a place to fireball them. Cannot. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, that's a lot more than I meant to skip turns. This is as good a place as I'm going to get to hide anytime soon. Let's try to regenerate some health back, please. Smoke Demon hasn't seen me yet. It has, and it's smiting me. Okay, and forcible relocation. Nothing of note. Nothing of note. Blizzard Demon. I'm now back up to tolerable amounts of health. Turn that back on. Iron Imp should not be that hard to take out in melee. You know what? If I have 0 Trident skill, hell, I'm doing enough meleeing. I don't mind getting at least 2 levels in Trident. That will probably be useful. That vampire is capable of flaying. I don't want to get flayed, so let's avoid situations where that could happen. There we go. Got him. liberally using my foodstuffs. Takes a lot of melee level orbs of destruction to do anything. You're not giving me an air gap. Thank you. My AC is up. I should be okay. Nope. Third door down, 0 doors up. Of course, it'll always be 0 doors up until it's 1 door up, because the moment I see a door up, I am out of here. I'm out of mana. My ice armor has failed. Ice armor is back. Mana's back. Eat fruit. Very liberally using my food, because I don't have any other trick up my sleeve. Plus, I'm sure food is plentiful in the dungeon if I can ever survive. I can probably kill the bone dragon, actually, because I have a really nice range here for my... yeah, for my pelting him with stuff. Doing so, granted, did burn my food rations, but whatever. Probably worth it. Things I don't want, things I don't want, things I don't need. Let's ditch Wand of Cold. In no situation would I want that, probably. I don't particularly want these either. Okay, note, do not ever bother with, I need to stop attempting to cast Glaciate raw. It's not effective, and it costs me a lot of food and a lot of mana, which I can't afford when I'm on the run constantly and I'm about to get dead-ended. Okay, I went around, thank God. We're just gonna get out of here, telly time. Okay, we're out. The sickness is dropping. The sickness is dropped. Bad. Thing is faster than me. Zymes are awful. You're in range of them for all of 1 turn, and they mess you up for the next 20. Is that a cure mutation potion? Because if so, I want it. It is. Awesome! If I survive the trip, the Abyss trip was totally worth it. Of course, that's always true, so, you know. Because if you survive and you're not going for a high score, it costs you nothing. I could have sworn there was a Lich. There is a Lich. Okay, and he's right in front of me. This is a time to try something fancy. We're going to go Brilliance, and then we're going to cast Glaciate. It will probably work. And it will almost certainly kill my enemies, which is what I need it to do right now. Follow-up Glaciate kills another batch, and I get more food in me. I don't need to train any of these anymore, just I want my Glaciates to be strong. Glaciate is literally just Conjuration and Ice, and it's still 50% cast despite the fact that I'm wearing light armor. No armor. What happens if I take off my shield? Then what happens? Then it becomes 20% cast. I can't believe I didn't know that. Okay, great. Shield training on, conjurations just nothing, and we're going for the glaciate build, because now if I can get glaciate off with any consistency, that would be great. This is really going to pound my food sources, but at least I'll be able to win fights in melee range. Dex -2, heal slow. Spells are a little easier to cast, but less powerful. Okay, that sucks. Frail. Numb. I need to just drop some of these ASAP. These will hurt otherwise. -20% HP is even worse. What? Wasting away. What is doing all this shit to me? I mean, I thought it was the star, but I got out of range of the star pretty quickly. Oh, I see. It keeps coming back into vision range just for a turn at a time, which is enough. Come on. Come on. Drop the fucking mutations. Apparently I went berserk. I'm guessing that's one of the 12 billion mutations I just picked up. Go berserk when you don't want to. Yeah, I'm just funneling my food into my offense at this point. I don't really have a choice. Okay, where are we? I actually have clumsy -2 apparently, but the rest of these are temporary. DrWz I think are one of the enemies that does malmutate, so maybe I should be more careful. I don't want to fight the bone dragon, I just want to run. Okay, this thing last time I fought it chased me no matter what I did, so I guess I will be stopping to fight. And the moment I drop a bunch of mana on a fight, that's when I get expelled. That's fine. Hey, there's another gateway leading deeper into the abyss. I hate the abyss. I just hate it. Hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it. I mean, it'd be different if it was like, oh, this is a challenging place that taxes your skills. It's more like a frustrating place that abuses luck until eventually you die. Or you get lucky. Huh. Okay. I see. Every time I'm struck by the vortex, there's a chance of being teleported throughout the abyss. I just did something incredibly stupid and tried to melee something I didn't have to absolutely melee. I'm gonna see if I can just wait this out in terms of surviving. Royal jelly, please, and then just massive mana channel back, please. Okay, apparently 3 orbs of destruction at melee is not enough for these things. And forced teleportation is exactly what I was looking for. Get away from the Balrog before teleport kicks in. Jerky twice, please, and then keep running. Model Draconian Knight. I can't really deal with that right now. Alright. Trying to get into a position to glaciate, and then glaciate. Alright, that's as many of them dead as I could possibly hope for. Channel back mana immediately. And then eat. Again, very low threshold on glaciating. I would actually rather just run out of food and then die in the abyss and complain about how unfair the game is than not survive because I saved my food. Definitely this is a case of making the most use. I have Dex -4 from all the malmutates. That's irritating. I mean, granted, it's my dump stat. Oh my god, the way out. Whatever you do, do not damage the way out. Just get out. Oh, I don't even care anymore. You guys are like blessings compared to where I've been. Here. All of you get on one side so I can do this. Seriously? There we go. Much better. Dicks. That was an awful trip. I hope never to repeat. We're just going to get out of here before we have to fight Netton. Then we're going to drop all of our books. Well, almost all our books. We'll keep the Necronomicon and the Book of Annihilations. I do hope to eventually learn both of those key schools. Wait, I have the Necronomicon? I didn't even realize I had that. What's it going to take to become immune to hunger? Necromantic transmutation, right? I need a transmutation spell. Any level will do. Low is better. Whatever. For the time being, we'll just study necromancy, and then we'll go from there. Next floor. That's fine. We're just gonna step away and then glaciate this shit. Now that food is less of a pressing concern as it was in the abyss. Yeah, in the abyss I didn't have reliable sources of food. Here I do. Excellent. More Sifmuna spells. Duplicates that I already have, but nonetheless. I do love the animation or whatever of enemies frozen inside the glaciated clouds. It's kind of nifty. I'm assuming it's just an animation that they would be, you know, for their deaths. And it looks like they're not leaving corpses when that happens, so there might actually be a gameplay downside, but whatever. It's still really cool. Well, an unknown mace of some variety could be of some value to me. Anti-magic is automatically not worth anything to me. I'm too invested in magic to even consider it. You know what occurs to me is I didn't refresh my defensive spells even once, or not counting my ice armor, even once when I was in the abyss. Deflect missiles and fireball fireball held up very well. Probably because delayed fireball would rarely have been enough damage to deal with any of the enemies that I was dealing with. I'm making enough noise to wake up half the vaults at this point. I do like that, unlike Firestorm, when they get into melee, you have to switch to a different spell. With Glaciate, when they get into melee, they're in perfect position. Just repeat spam. I also believe that Glaciate is slightly less resisted by ice. That is to say, the irresistible component of Firestorm, I want to say, was 45%, and the irresistible component of Glaciate is 55%. So, channel mana and eat. Yeah, I don't know how long my ability to infinitely channel mana is going to last, but for the time being, I'm quite happy with it. I'm just using the giant pile of chunks every enemy seems to want to give me to keep it going. Sentinel's mark is perfect. Come at me, bros. I've got a pile of glaciates with your asses on them, or your names on them. Sentinel's mark. Oh, I think my deflect expired. There we go. Turn back on my AC buff too while I'm at it. The cone-shaped firing is also really fun. Or in D&D terms, the blast-shaped firing is really fun. I feel like I can cover an obscenely large area with my glaciates. And I don't know for sure, but it feels even more consistent than Firestorm. Because Firestorm, sometimes it's the big blast, sometimes it's the small blast. This just feels like it's always a big blast. And it's much more contingent on, do you have an open area to work with or don't you? But then again, I've been in narrow halls, so that's what I'm seeing. That's another thing. Firestorm gives you only a few tiles in a narrow hall. This, because it's cone-shaped to begin with, feels like in a 2-wide or 3-wide hallway, it's perfect. Yeah, see, the frost giant inside that still is half dead by the time it reaches the end. That's good to know. Damn, that thing has got punch to it. Now it's dead. Anybody leave a corpse? Close. I would totally go for something to eat right now. Bam! They're all down. By the time they make it out of the field, they're already halfway dead. Let's gas them and then back off. That should be perfect. Close the door. I want them coming closer to me. Just you. Orb. Poison. Close the door. Miss. Dodge this douchebag. Douche nozzle. Okay, so we are doing really good now in terms of my build is rolling. The glaciates are pouring out one after the other. I'm even training necromancy because I'm building towards my ultimate preferred build. We're just gonna go here and wait for a few turns, and then we're gonna glaciate all of this. The next target is probably Elf. Not actually interested in any of these, so thanks, but no thanks. Animate Dead is a definite upgrade to Animate Skeleton, but right now I'm very reliant on this never-ending string of chunks that I'm getting. Oh, he summoned more enemies into the Frozen Blast Zone. Least effective move on his part for his people. Very effective for me, but sick 'em, guys. I don't want to deal with that shit. I'll get more skeletons off here anyway. Okay, I'm on my way back now. And hey, they did good. Killed some of them. Even left me a corpse or two to work with. No. Alright. Finally is Volts 5, but I kind of am leery of doing this since I can very well die there, so let's do it anyway, because I'd rather die than not finish this off. That's fine, just blow things up. Out of curiosity, where is Necromutation? Still completely unlearnable, that's fine. Channel me back some mana. Holy crap. You know what? Screw you guys. I did just miscast like 5 times in a row my Glaciate spell. That's a little disconcerting, but whatever. Okay, this is the preferred staircase for sure. All buffs on, armor up, and in we go. We're just gonna spam glaciates in every direction. 1, 2, 3, miss, 3, and we're actually in good shape here. Let's channel mana. Channel mana, channel mana, 4. Most of my enemies are dead. The greeting party is almost down. We're resistant to lightning, so that's not a problem. Before the dragon pushes me off the staircase, let's pull this last guy up with me. Or not. You would send orcs right about now. Okay, there's an enemy behind me, a few in front. Let's make them bunch up, and then Shatter Storm. Gas. I need a corpse to make food out of. Got one corpse. That's it. God damn, there's a lot of you guys, considering I cleared this floor completely before leaving. I have so little respect for the orc that I continue to eat while it attacks me. Okay, well, we dispatched the greeting party very efficiently. That doesn't mean that downstairs is safe by any means, but it's at the very least not going to be instantly lethal to go back downstairs. So once again, activate my armor buff, and let's go see what's up. I am Sentinels marked, being beset by 3 dragons to the south. Let's glaciate storm the dragons. Actually, let's repeat that, because I want them dead. The drain can be very bad for me very quickly. Okay, I am not drained by the looks of it. I killed at least 1 dragon, but I'm just gonna bail. Oh no, I'm Vault Wardened in. That's bad. I think my armor is up. They're all inside the ice storm. Let's regen once or twice. Mana, I mean. I'm dying very quickly here. Even going upstairs is probably too slow right now. Control blinks are still available, so we're going to blink way the hell off to the side. Still probably not good enough. We're going to teleport at random. If I can get in a heal, now would be the time. Where am I? I'm in the top right vault and marked. We need to glaciate immediately. Clear a path. I'm taking a lot of damage. I may just be dead, honestly. There's a good chance of that. Death's Door would be very appropriate if I had it. Fear will probably not save me. I'm gonna do Fear. It worked on all the targets it needed to, but the Etten showed up, which is bad. We're going to teleport. We're going to heal whatever healing we can get. We're going to get some mana back while I'm still here. I'm not so worried about being hit by rocks right now, honestly. Okay. A teleportation put me in the lower left chamber. I have no idea what's going to come at me, but it's not going to be good. Do I have cancellation? I do not. Now would be the time for cancellation. I don't know why I don't have cancellation. That seems like a real oversight. I went in here highly unprepared. I was not ready for the Vault Warden that came at me. Noise almost doesn't matter. If I can get past there before it seals, that'll be great. Okay, great. I got out. He's down. That's huge. Potion of Magic. I don't have time to channel. One step down, one step up. Glaciate. That might save me for a little while. Glaciate again. That will save me for a while. Another Potion of Magic. Again, I do not have time to stop and channel mana. That freaking Yakchuar. Alright, we're gonna blink directly into range. The other direction. Nope! I was hoping he was the only one, but he's got buddies, so I'm just dead then. I'm just dead. Nothing I can do about it. My mistake was forgetting that wardens can lock me into the bottom floor of the vaults. And the moment I forgot that, I was pretty much dead, and there was very little I could do about it. I guess what I could have done would have been, instead of teleporting, I could have double blinked and then tried to form a beachhead, but I was also Sentinel marked ×2, so everyone from everywhere was going to come at me. I don't know, it was a pretty shitty run, honestly, and I called it correctly almost 20 minutes, 30 minutes ago that I'm too sleepy to play correctly, so y'all feel free to dissect where I really went wrong. Thank you all for watching, I will see you guys next time.